All right, so it's Friday, coming up on the end of my week off, and did a lot of work around the property this week. It was humid, muggy, and miserable at the beginning of the week. It's kind of cooled off. A little cold front came in last night and helped tremendously. Cause dude, I think I had probably 2 heat strokes on Monday, 3 on Tuesday, cricked my back on Tuesday morning, loading up the gas can. But we'll kind of give you a glimpse again. Man, I'm horrible with the befores, and it's just I get so anxious that I just want to get in and do stuff, and I forget to do before and afters. I do have a couple, but I'll maybe post them on here. But we'll kind of show you. I rented a brush hog. The intent this week was I was going to rent a brush hog, and then I was going to go through, kind of clear out some areas, and then I was going to come back. I was going to go get a stump grinder. Then I was going to come back through and kind of cut the bigger trees that the brush hog wouldn't do, and then grind the stumps off and get me some nice clear areas. Well, with as hot and humid and muggy as it was, man, I wasn't making a whole lot of progress. But well, I'll kind of flip you around and show you. So we're in the fire pit area, and what we started out with over here was pretty much like this. A lot of viney, thin trees and stuff. So I ran the brush hog through here. Let me zoom out a little bit so we can get a better picture. And I cleared this whole thing up to the road, up to the fire pit, and we cleared all that out. So Mr. Brush Hog was working wonderfully in this type of environment with the vines and the smaller trees. I guess it just hadn't had time to grow up, and I mean, you can't tell now, but man, those frickin' thorny vines, dude, they what would happen is you would run the brush hog through here, and you'd run over a tree, and the tree wouldn't want to fall down because these guys run all up through all the way to the top of the trees. Some of these pine trees, they were way up there. And what happens is you'd try to push the tree over, well, the vine would hold it up, and it wouldn't knock it over. So you'd have to go and you'd have to grab them vines and pull them all down, pull them down. But we cleared this area. It was a little bit of a heartache. I got this done pretty much Monday. I did a half a day Monday. Tried to clear me a little trail through there, which it did great on the ground side of it. But like everything that was kind of above waist level, it wouldn't end up taking it out, But that's something I could maybe come back and, chop some things. But yeah, look at the just thickness of these vines. And see how they go up in the tree. And I mean, they're all up in there. So if I were to knock that tree over, the vines would hold it up, Such a pain in the ass. But I'm super happy with this area. Super happy. Just vines everywhere. Vines. So we also cleared this little path back down to the road down there, which I'll take you down there. I did a little bit over there, but I'm going to take you over to the area over by the mobile home, or the house. We're going to say, I hate saying mobile home, even though it is a mobile home. I don't like calling it a mobile home, but we'll take you over there. We'll take you over there and show you the difference in the type of forest, I guess you could say. This I would call more of a jungle because it's more viney and small trees and stuff. And I'll show you more of the forest, we'll say. But, you know, overall, not too bad. So I'm going to say, I know we're kind of learning as we go with this stuff. And I can say, like, beginning or end of March to April, man, this stuff just, it blows up. So I know a lot of the stuff I'm doing right now, it's come the beginning of April next year, it's just all going to grow up again. Even a couple of months, you know, a lot of this is going to be growed up. But right through here, which was kind of cleared last season at the end of the year, you know, it had stuff all growed up in it, you know, because it was like come March and April, man, and the rains and everything, man, it just took off. But, you know, I went ahead and went through there and cleared that out and cleaned it up. So let's get over here to this other area, and I'll resume filming over there for you. Okay, so we're coming up on it, and I'll show y'all the deck, the finished deck here in a little bit. Get it. So this area was a different beast when it came to the brush hog. I wanted to clear way back in there. The difference is, let's see if we can get up in here so you can see. The difference is these trees are more growed up and thick, right? So there's just not a lot of path. Also through here, you can see there's like big logs and trees just laying. So Mr. Brush Hog doesn't do so great in the thickness, you know, of, you know, you just don't have no room to get in there. The brush hog can't knock down some of these trees, and with the brush hog, let me zoom out a little bit. With the brush hog, like let's say, well, we'll use this tree as an example, even though it was kind of too big for the brush hog. But what you want to do, Mr. Brush Hog would hit that tree. The tree would kind of fall over. The brush hog would hit it there, whack, knock it off, and then you want to continue rolling over that and grind it up. A lot of times when you would get to anything over an inch, you know, inch to 2 inches, it would run over the stalk and leave the stalk on the ground. It would eat the leaves. But so in here there was a lot of trees that number one, it couldn't run over, and number two, I just didn't have the area to continue running over the tree to eat it up. So it would be like I would knock the tree down, grind it at the thing, and then I would have to pick it up and move it somewhere, you know. So I mean, we got all up in here, didn't get quite as far as I wanted to, but I was so exhausted, and I wasn't making progress like I wanted to in this area. This area was what I wanted to do. So prime example, like right here, see these, it knocked them down, it chopped them up, but I didn't have room to continue grinding, you know. I mean, you can't, the brush hog wasn't going to go through that. So more than likely we're gonna have to get a skid steer with a drum sander. So what I would do is I would knock them down, and I piled them up right here, which wasn't great. Another thing we did, we widened this path with the brush hog a little bit. So this path, originally I did it with the lawnmower, and it was nice, but you know, it just needed to be a little bit wider. So Let me get down here to where it turns right. This is kind of where the deer come through from the other property. So I widened it out. So that they had better access to the deer area, which is right over there. So opened that up, which was really good. And I kind of wanted to do this other little trail over here. I'm walking you guys down to the other area I cleared. So there's a trail right here, which I did a single path down, which right here you can kind of see I did a single path through there to kind of clean that up a little bit. But the other area I did was right down here. I opened this up pretty good, which this is a lot of experimentation on my part, you know. So all this was kind of growed over. I knocked all this out, cleaned this out. All this was brushy stuff like that. And then I opened up this area over here just to kind of see what it would look like. This is the road. That road goes back up to the house. Let me zoom out here. Yeah. So I opened this up. And I started knocking down trees over here, little trees, because I want to try to make this kind of like a little campsite. This was where the original hunting cabin was. It was a little difficult for me through here because we have so much trash and stuff like that. So I just wanted to kind of knock the trees down, and I can kind of come through here with the Troy-Bilt mower. I ended up cleaning up that path a little bit. So I cleaned all this out, you know, cleaned out around behind the trees and stuff like that. A lot of this I'm going to finish up with the mower. Like I said, a lot of it right now is experimentation, you know, just kind of seeing what things do, how the brush hogs work, what it looks like when you're done, how much you want to clear, how much you don't want to clear, what size trees you want to leave. So prime example, let me flip you around again. What I prefer is, see, this area has a lot of good pines and big pines. I feel like this area I could just clear this all out, all this underbrush, and leave just pines, and it would be good because there's enough big pines here to kind of give shade, you know, enough open area, etc. The dilemma up by the house is there's not enough big trees. So if I were to clear everything except for the big trees, it would be way too much open area, in my opinion, for what I'm looking for, you know. And, you know, that's me. Some people may want more cleared area, right? I mean, you know, but for me, I kind of want woods. I want woods. But I want to be able to kind of see in them. I want to be able to walk in them, etc., etc. So, you know, we're gonna take you through the path that I cleared up here, and we're gonna go up to the mobile, or the house. The house. Quit calling it a mobile home. It's a house. It's my home. It's our home. But so we're gonna go up to the area right here, to our little cut through. Yeah. So it cleaned this up really nice. I mean, look at that. You can walk through here. You don't have to worry about things hitting you in the face. Still have to worry about tripping over things, because that was what the intent. So this is a hill. I'm holding you flat. That's how. Let's hold you flat this way. No. So But that brush hog went up it. I mean, it it powered through. We kind of come up here. So let me get up to the deck. We'll show you what we ended up with that. And then I'll cut this off because I'm huffing and puffing and I've still got some more work to do. So before we go up to the deck, I'm going to show you the shipping container and some of the issues I'm dealing with on it. We got a 35-foot shipping container. It's got a man door, it's got a roll-up door, and it's got the regular doors on the back. When I originally went to go get one, I just wanted a man door with the regular doors. Ironically enough, when I got there, they had sold the one that I wanted that morning. So they offered me one with a roll-up door and they would put a man door on it for basically the same price. I was like, oh, okay, you know, cool. So short story long, what I'm running into is this container leans this way and this way a little bit, just a little bit. And the problem is there's that water hits that door and goes under it and it wants to go over here. There's a big gap here. I put some foam right now just to kind of mitigate it. But that it'll hit the door. There was a lip right here where the metal was, so you can kind of see, so that water would get in there. And the only way it had to go was this way and then all the way to the back. But we're kind of mitigating it. We're seeing what we got. And so 35 foot, it's got the spray foam in it. And it has 2 solar vents. So ironically enough, I mean, it's like right now it's cold in here. So I'm super happy with everything except for that roll-up door. And I don't know, we're gonna work on a few things on it, try to mitigate the water getting into it. My plan is to actually move that from here and utilize all that stuff, all the dirt we used to level that out, and put it over by the house in the area in the woods that I couldn't end up clearing with the brush hog that we're going to need a skid steer for. So that's the plan. I don't know, you know, I'm sure I'm going to get punched in the mouth because everybody's got a plan. So let's turn around. So deck ended up being 14 by 46. Did a 4-foot stairs on this side. Did a 6-foot stairs on the front. 6 foot wide. Wanted to do kind of like a wraparound pyramid type stairs, but we can't because the septic's right here. There's a clean out right there, and by the time this came out and wrapped around, not only that, with the way this kind of slopes down a little bit, so that first step wouldn't ended up going all the way around. And so overall, you know, I'm super happy with it. Ended up doing another 4-foot stair over here. We pushed that staircase over to the left so that we could have room to pull the mule up right here and park. Naturally, we had our hot tub, which the little deck I built for it ended up in the back. All this stuff we pretty much had out here. We ended up moving. This was our indoor furniture that we had bought. Marcia had a genius idea. She said, well, let's buy outdoor furniture to use inside for right now. And then when we're ready, we can pull it out and use it outside. So that's what we did. We bought us a little mini sofa in there. Marcia bought her a cute little table and table and chairs and a little bench, another box for the cushions. So we got the cable railing up, which there's hindsight being 2020. These are 4x6 posts. I probably should have went with 6x6, but that was several $100s more just to go from a 4x6 to a 6x6. And yeah, I was like, no. My buddy Joe was trying to help me out and save me a lot of money, so we went with the 4x6. Well, with the cable railing that we have, I can crank those things so tight that they'll end up pulling those posts. But I mean, they're good. They're good. That one's a little loose. I can tighten it up now. But overall, I mean, I'm super happy with it. We ended up doing a little awning gazebo over the door because we wanted to see the sky. So we didn't. Originally, we were going to do a roof off the big gable, but it was going to end up being too big. So we want to be able to see the sky and all this gorgeousness. So we deleted that and we ended up doing that. And now we got a 12x10 awning that we can open out when we're ready. I went ahead and I'm going to tell you, these little guys right here are awesome. I got them on Amazon. Just picked ones that I thought were cool. So this one, oh, it's hard to do one hand. So that guy right there, and you can, so now we can keep the dogs in here. It has a lock. So now you can lock that and this won't open. So pretty cool. So we've got those on each of the staircase openings. And another cool thing, like if it's got a little latch right here, you can pop that off, and then that way if you don't want to use them at all, you can store this away in your box. Pretty cool gates. I mean, it's all hard, nice plastic. I mean, it's sturdy. I'm super happy with those. So we have those on all the openings, all the staircases. We bought a little fire wood holder. But you know, overall, super happy with it. We're making progress. So that's kind of an update on where we're at. Like I said, I didn't get quite as much done as I wanted to this week, but it is what it is. I mean, with the creek back and, you know, 150% humidity on a 90-degree day, having some heat strokes and all that, it ended up pretty good. Oh, and I'll show you the deer area. Here we go. The deer, so we planted some clover and all kinds of deer stuff in here, and man, I'm telling you, the critters love this stuff. I mean, we get foxes down here, we get the raccoons, we get bunnies, we get deer. They all come here to feed and graze, and it's super awesome. So where we're at, that's a update. I know there's a couple things. I mean, I know I want to post more, but you know, it's kind of, I try to find a happy balance of keeping our privacy but letting everybody know what's going on, and try to do a better job on Facebook. But I'm not happy with Facebook right now. It's like I'll go on there, I don't see anything from my friends. It's all sponsored bullshit. Stupid reels that I didn't ask to see them. I don't want to see them. If I want to see them, I'll go look for them. You don't have to put it on my fucking timeline. I want to see my friends on my timeline, and I don't see it. I don't see nobody on Facebook anymore. I use that thing to keep up with friends and family, and now you go on there and it's recommended for you, suggested for you, and all that. No, I don't want to see that. If I want to see it, I'll go find it. You don't tell me what I want to see. I want to see my friends. So I'm super fucking mad at Facebook right now, but I'll try to do better, you know, outside of having to go to everybody's little page and see updates. I mean, oh, some beautiful little flowers. And that's another thing, we planted some flowers in the back, so hopefully those will come through, and I'll show you our little flower garden later. But I'll let y'all go. I know y'all got things to do. I know I got things to do. And peace.